All right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, we really don't see a lot of guys in MMA with boxing skills on this level. He certainly could have gone on to great things as a professional boxer, but he believes he has the best hands in the sport, and he will be looking to prove as much here tonight.
And he has the background to prove that, right? He's not saying something that is not true. He does have the ability to say that. He can't say he has the best hands in the game because he has shown it. And when you watch him box, when you watch a guy go into a fight with this young man and think that it does not matter what his credentials are, he is going to stand with him and prove that he's better, they usually will go to sleep because no action is wasted. The jab starts it all. He fights behind this beautiful, educated jab, jabbing high, jabbing low, and then the overhand right is unbelievable. It's his kill shot, he calls it, and he lands it all the time.
Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the feet.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Monster. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 242 pounds. Fighting out of New York, Iron.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway. You ready? You ready? All right, so here we go with round one. Classic matchup of striker versus striker. These guys have both faced a lot of grapplers in the past. They like the draw tonight.
Oh yeah, they love seeing an opponent that will not be trying to dive at their leg. They know when they get to the center of the octagon, the only steps back they will take is if they choose to move out of range to re-enter back into the striking realm. It's a very comforting thought for both of these competitors. Beautiful strike.
Just misses with the straight left hand. All right, single collar tie now. Clipped him with the right hand there.
Over and over, he is landing punches to the head.
Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here, while really using his reach advantage there with that punch, DC. Right hand on point. Able to check the high kicks.
liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's gonna shut your body off.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Whiffs on that offering. Oh, single collar tie here.
I mean, this guy is really focused on those punches to the head inside of the clinch.
Strong defense there to block the shot. Nice instincts. Head off the center line, slips the punch.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Got clipped with the right hand. 3 minutes to go here, round one. And a nice stiff jab there. Switching stances here. Oh, look at him land another jab there. He's certainly using that weapon effectively here tonight.
The most effective weapon in all of boxing, in all of combat sports, is a jab. This young man has a knowledge of using it like no one else. Left hand punch in the clinch.
And he landed the right hand there.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Well, eventually, you know he's going to turn this defense into offense, but he's certainly doing a nice job on the defensive end thus far.
They talk about the feeling out process. He's getting his opponent's timing. Now he's blocking everything. Expect counters as we go forward. Big, powerful punch lands. Now we get back to range.
Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand. Oh, a little single collar tie there.
He's very tricky when he throws that body kick. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Ooh-wee!
Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
And they separate. Oh, he eats a knee.
Great punch.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy, doing great work.
Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked. Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Just out of the range with that right hand. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Well, missed on that one.
Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt.
Well, he felt like he had to kick effectively to win this fight, and he is certainly doing that right now. Nice combination of kicks.
His kickboxing coach is feeling ecstatic right now, watching the guy employ this kick-heavy strategy. Nice punch land over the top.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
All right, here we go with our next round. A lot to be happy about in that previous round. He was attacking the head at will, and until his opponent adjusts, might as well go back to it.
There was no negative to him headhunting. Most times the coaches yell, don't headhunt, don't headhunt. I'm yelling headhunt if I'm his corner, because every time he's thrown, he's landed.
Missed with that attempt. Oh, he's got that right hand going tonight, DC. Connected with it there.
He's thrown so many left jabs. To throw that right punch straight down the pipe, it's unreal. Yes, that you heard him in the last round. Same exact one. Ooh, what a punch.
All right, throws a straight punch and lands, so that is increasingly becoming an effective weapon for him tonight.
This is one of his best strikes, and he's throwing it over and over again.
Oh, tags him with the left. That is an educated left hand.
Educated left hand. He's throwing it so fast and so crisp.
Just out of range with that right hand. Oh, that's a nice straight punch there.
Threw the punch, got to the target.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot.
Nice straight punch.
Oh, collar tie. Oh, good opportunity to do damage here. He's got that tie clinch. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering and moving his opponent into positions where he can get off the strikes. He's in close, so instead of punching, he's landing these nasty, vicious elbows.
Pretty good right hand.
Punch over the top.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition.
Yeah, he's hurt really bad.
He's got him hurt here.
An uppercut landed.
Nice 1-2 combination there.
Nice punch lands over the top.
A little struggle here now for position in the clinch, and we see a lot of these situations in mixed martial arts where both fighters sort of end up getting comfortable here when there isn't a whole lot going on.
And the moment somebody gets comfortable, the moment that somebody decides to relax, the moment you'll see a takedown or somebody really speed out ahead of their opponent. You gotta be aware when you're chest to chest in this 50-50 position. Look at the turnover in that kick.
And they separate. All right, so he connects with another punch there, kind of targeting that cut.
I mean, when you get a cut on your opponent and you see it and it's pouring blood, you continue to attack it. Every time you land, you can see that it splits it a little bit more. Great job finding that weakness and really taking advantage of it. Oh, that's a nice strike. He loaded up on that right hand, too.
Sniff that one out as he blocks the kick. Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into the strike. He needs to start looking to finish now.
Whoa! Holding on to him here, not really doing too much, perhaps just looking to recover.
Oh, big head kick.
30 seconds to go in the round. Oh, he has landed a high volume of strikes in this round and really hasn't let up. When it comes to his aggressiveness, the striking has been on point every step of the way. Careful to not gas out, but you gotta like the output here down the stretch. 10 seconds now to go in the round. Two rounds in the books. All right, so a crowd-pleasing 5 minutes in the books. DC, take us through some of the highlights.
Punch after punch landed right on his opponent's face. He did a great job of finding his target, locking in, and then getting his fist to the target in that round.
All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous frame.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters. That's a big strike right there.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Well, he's been good tonight, but he missed with that one. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Listen, he's hurt. He's hurt. Nice strike.
Continues to eat power shots here.
Oh, he hurt.
Nice job defensively there as he keeps his hands up, not just protecting his face, but also what is a pretty significant shot.
You cannot allow that to get hit anymore, because the more it starts to split and the blood starts to go into the eye, it not only is damaging in terms of the physical appearance of the cut, but the blood going into the eye almost completely shuts down that side of your face. Right hand punches the clinch.
All right, an elbow!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
All right, so there he goes, continuing to land that jab. When they put this highlight together, it's just going to be one head snapping back.
It's going to be boxers going back and watching this guy and going, wow, this is what a jab is supposed to look like.
And they separate. Oh, there's an effective counter with a straight punch. And again, he's got the reach advantage that has certainly helped him manage distance here tonight.
Good stick.
Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Oh! Try to establish that jab. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh!
Who's hurt? Serve him up. Go get him.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Back to the feet now. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. Oh! He's out!
Oh!
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly. So, near perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moments, you got to show up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliano calls a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 9 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need to take it to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you and all your coaches get to celebrate the great handiwork.